Nature's nation, the concept where a country places significant emphasis on environmental preservation, sustainability, and a harmonious coexistence with nature. It suggests a deep connection between the nation's identity and the natural world, often reflected through policies and practices.
I am not the only traveler who is not repaid his debt.
But is America really nature's nation?
President Biden has approved a controversial oil drilling project in Alaska.
Will you still love me when I'm no longer young?
Americans proudly claim the title of nature's nation and embody it by leading preservation efforts. But these efforts are actually superficial and a mere myth, as this title is a false and deceptive image that hides America's true destructive and limited actions that do more harm than good. America simply pretends to care about nature. We wanted to find out where this American vision came from. The five of us set out on a mission to discover the truth behind the relationship between nature and the American identity. We first have to understand the history of why people incorrectly see America as nature's nation. Even from the beginning, Americans seem to want to preserve nature.
President Thomas Jefferson envisioned a nation of yeoman farmers who would lead virtuous lives, not corrupted by a large manufacturing sector.
This impacted President Jefferson's desire to obtain the Louisiana Territory, which he believed in doubling the land of the U.S. would give more land for the yeoman farmers.
The idea of a yeoman farmer should be the foundation of our nation. America was never intended to be a land of industrialization. Farming and agriculture were supposed to be the supporting roles of the nation to uphold a virtuous society and stable government. By living and working in nature, the common man would represent the true ideals of God and the connection between man and his brethren.
Even from the beginning, Americans seemed to want to preserve nature. They believed in an agrarian society, one which would not be industrialized, in order to maintain a strong and positive connection with nature. But has our land remained one of only agriculture and limited industrialization? Today, our land is dominated by skyscrapers, sprawling cities, and ever-decreasing land for agriculture. Nature has become second to industrialization.
President Jefferson was not the only president who wanted to preserve nature. President Theodore Roosevelt established approximately 230 million acres of public lands, including 150 national forests and 5 national parks.
President Woodrow Wilson later signed the act creating the National Park Service, which was designed to protect these national parks.
But do people actually care about nature just because they go to national parks? Nowadays, national parks are filled with millions of tourists, leading to overcrowded roads and trails, an increase in litter, and an overall disruption to the natural environment. And most of the time, the truth is, tourists simply go to these parks for the media and trends. Throughout history, groups of Americans have attempted to come together to promote the beauty of nature. One of these groups was the Transcendentalism movement of the 1800s. Many Transcendentalists, such as Henry David Thoreau, believe that nature can help us improve spiritually and help connect us to the rest of the world and with each other.
America is nature's nation because it's a land where the wild and the human spirit have danced together for centuries. It's a land where people, like myself, have discovered profound truths in the simplicity of nature. And it's a place where the bonds between humanity and the natural world run deep and true. Lastly, what makes America nature's nation is the spiritual connection that many Americans find in nature. Through writing Walden, I expressed the belief that the land is sacred, that we can seek solace and wisdom in the rustling leaves, the flowing waters, and the chorus of birdsong.
But has this appreciation and emphasis on nature lasted? The early simplicity of nature has become taken over by industrialization and thus pollution. The sacred land Thoreau talks about has been disregarded by many Americans.
Makes me cry watching the moon on the ocean.
But before we continue, a quick word from our sponsor.
Are you constantly on your screens? Do you struggle to connect with nature? Well, I have your cure. Introducing Willecke's wardrobe. Embrace the breeze, hug the trees, and jump with glee. For only $39.99, you get the glasses, flannel, pants, and the nature-loving spirit of David Willecke. Side effects may include the tendency to give hard tests, develop a love for dogs, and skip class to take photos. Shoes and background music not included.
We then set out to further understand the negative relationship we have with nature that makes us believe this. The Industrial Revolution can be credited with beginning the culture of pollution, factory work, and the emission of fossil fuels that we say we desperately fight today. The Industrial Revolution brought about a series of changes to the natural environment. Natural resources began to be depleted in order to fuel machines. Houses and cities were built from the ground up. All of these actions relied heavily on the lumber and resources that Mother Nature supplied.
In 2022, about 66 million tons of pollution was emitted into the atmosphere in the United States. We expanded, farmed, and industrialized the land around us since the birth of our nation.
With factories pluming greenhouse gases and smog into the atmosphere, it is heating up the planet and creating vast changes to wildlife. With all that we rely on for Mother Nature, you would think that Americans would take more care into their actions and how they affect nature.
We really are nature's nation. Why do we do so much to defy the beauty of nature?
Do we value the natural world or the progression and industrialization of our society more?
Despite this reality, many Americans still claim to be nature's nation. We wanted to see what Americans really thought of their country as nature's nation, so we set out to Alki Beach, a natural beach in West Seattle.
Days in the sun and nights in the rain. Summer is over, simple play. Find me some fun that's good for the pain.
Do you enjoy nature?
I do very much.
And what do you do in nature to make you enjoy it?
I swim like those people going by. I'm a hiker. I take walks all the time. I am out in nature.
I do a lot of hiking and backpacking and camping and skiing, and I really love the outdoors.
How do you help the environment?
I pick up litter regularly. I recycle, which is such a minuscule little thing that makes us somehow feel better about ourselves, but it doesn't really have an impact.
There's obviously basic things like recycling and to my point, not doing as much as I should.
And this illustrates the very root of the problem of America as nature's nation. Americans claim to care and love nature, but aren't doing much to protect it. How can we really be nature's nation when our efforts are not genuine? A recent US study showed that 54% of Americans pretend to be more environmentally sustainable when other people are around and wouldn't practice these habits if people could not see them. Now let me ask you something. When was the last time you went to a national park, or any park in that matter? When was the last time you went out into nature and experienced its beauty, untouched by the hands of industrialization? In today's time, nature is no longer a big priority to people unless it serves as a means of escape from the modern world through recreational activities. We do not truly enjoy nature as it was intended to be. Nature should not be an escape from the modern world, but an extension of our lives. If our nation was built off of the ideas of nature, then why have we rejected its importance? Why do we solely embrace nature when it is convenient? Why do we litter and pollute the very thing that started this nation? The answer is carelessness. If we want to become the embodiment of nature, then we need to learn to embrace it without the necessity for an escape. Individuals are not the only factors that can be blamed for the destruction of our planet. Large corporations and organizations play a heavy role in the progression of deforestation, pollution, and the overall negative effects on the natural world. As of September 24th, 2023, there are 6,160 environmental organizations in the United States. While many of these organizations do contribute to helping the environment, many pretend to conserve our natural world, while in fact are still doing much harm. Some of these, especially local organizations, promote habits to contribute to the title of America as nature's nation, but these are deceptive images. Often, the minimal good hides the destruction that is in the larger picture. Pike Place Market was one example that we wanted to look at.
How sustainable is the produce here?
Pretty sustainable. Most of the stuff that's farmed is pretty sustainable, and then we get all of our wild stuff is sustainably caught, so we don't do any overfishing or anything like that.
While it seems that Pike Place Market practices eco-friendly and sustainable habits, this is just a very small part of the bigger picture.
Although Pike Place Market is a good example of positive local habits, it does not reflect the whole picture. Looking beyond Pike Place, there are a few markets like this. Even the fish that we get from our grocery stores has a dark history.
Commercial fishing has become so extreme that the pursuit of profit has led to a large-scale destruction of ocean wildlife, leaving it permanently destroyed.
Commercial fishing trawling has taken out areas equivalent to Greenland, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Denmark, the UK, Germany, France, Spain, Portugal, Italy, Turkey, Iran, Thailand, and Australia.
Much of this is attributed to the work of large corporations. While they promote safe and sustainable habits, these mask the harsh reality of their efforts. We decided to talk to one of these corporation owners to get a better understanding of their actions.
Your website clearly promotes eliminating plastic straws to help the environment, as do many other preservation companies. Why do you focus on those?
That is one of our goals as a company, to eliminate the use of plastic straws. Plastic straws are what are destroying the fish in our sea, something the entire ecosystem depends on. The garbage patches in our ocean need to be of national concern.
For sure, the garbage patches are harmful to so many of our ocean species. But are you aware that fishing nets actually make up 50% of the garbage in our ocean?
Well, yeah, but straws are also very hurtful to our ocean.
But why should you focus on something that has a much smaller impact? Fishing nets and the practice of commercial fishing are destroying our oceans at a much faster rate than plastic straws.
Okay, I'm getting a call. Hello? Yeah, okay, I'll be. See if he's on.
While some corporations have the wrong intent, some have no intents at all. Another problem we want to investigate.
Hi, this is Tom's Fish and Chips. How may I help you today?
Yeah, my name is Rachel, and I was wondering if you guys use compostable takeout containers and utensils?
No, we don't.
Would you guys maybe be willing to switch to those?
We didn't stop there. We sought out a climate scientist to understand the real problem in our oceans.
The real problem lies in fishing nets, which make up 50% of the garbage patch. Not the minuscule pieces of plastic corporations passionately market off and claim to make a difference. Corporations merely use the promotion of environmental protection efforts as a form of publicity, public relations, and keeping up with popular trends.
Every year, an estimated 500,000 to 1 million tons of fishing nets are discarded into the ocean by U.S. fishing companies. Many aquatic animals end up getting trapped inside these fishing nets, causing them to starve to death or become easy prey for other animals. Plastic straws only make up 4% of the garbage patch by pieces, but far less by weight. We need to focus on the bigger picture, fishing nets, which take up the bulk of the plastic waste in our oceans. Once again, Americans' preservation efforts are superficial and do little to help preserve our natural world. But before we continue, a quick word from another one of our sponsors.
Introducing EcoChew, the environmentally friendly gum that's changing the way you chew. Our gum is made from renewable sources, leaving a smaller footprint on our planet. Our packaging is eco-friendly, and our gum is reusable and recyclable, with lasting flavor anywhere. Join us in making a difference, one chew at a time. EcoChew. Chew responsibly, live sustainably.
Many people think that zoos are the embodiment of nature and wildlife preservation, so we traveled here as a group to the Woodland Park Zoo to find out the truth about zoos.
We wanted to see for ourselves the living conditions of many animals, both big and small, at the zoo. Many of these animals are taken out of their natural habitat and forced to live in small confines, primarily for the purpose of entertainment rather than for the animals' conservation. While the zoo seems to embody nature's nation, the truth of zoos is one not of preservation, but of cages, insufficient space, and a place where many animals die early. This cannot be the embodiment of nature we strive for in America.
Zoos will market all of their products using cute depictions of these animals, but in reality, they prioritize revenue and entertainment above all. I see all these animals in the cages. How dare you with these unethical ways of putting these cages? Is that thing something you do and you support?
Dude, I just do the drawings, man.
Woodland Park Zoo is not alone. Zoos all over the U.S. give their animals little space to live and promote the use of animal entertainment, something that is harmful to all zoo animals. We take from nature and destroy it without a care in the world, but then we go out and enjoy it, claiming to love it as if we didn't just harm it. Our actions and our words don't match up. We are deceiving ourselves and others, which is leading to even more negative impacts on nature. How can Americans proudly claim the title of nature's nation without any intent of preserving the very thing our nation was built off of? But we weren't set back by this, and neither should you.
While America is not living up to its title as nature's nation, it can get there. It is not too late. We need to embrace what we were given and genuinely preserve it. Change starts with someone. It takes only one person to make a change. Let it be you.
All inside our Amsterdam she hides watery eyes, not howling when she's waving high, her other hands in mine. All the silhouette, she's growing tall and fine. She's got my back, she'll follow me down every street, no matter what my crime.
I just wanted to, for the sake of all of us earthlings out there, just wanted to say.
Excuse me, sir. Why do you drive a Tesla?
Dude, I absolutely love electric cars. I don't like gas cars at all. We love the environment. We love the planet.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey! Didn't we just talk yesterday? This is a gas car. What are you doing?
Elon shut my Tesla down. Screw the environment.
The years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go.
America was never intended to be a land of industrialization. Well, I'm smiling again. Got.
Minh is the real climate man, not Amazon.com, or Bill Gates, or Vihaan Tandon.
You're bundled up now, wait till you get older. But the media men beg to differ, judging by the hole in the satellite. We'll swim, my world's on fire, how about yours? That's the way I like it and I'll never get bored. Hey now,
You almost choked my
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Dude, it just farted. I got it on video.